Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Hello. Oh, my name is Emmanuelle. I am 26 years old and I represent Taguig City. I am by profession, okay, this is going to be a mouthful. I'm a singer, songwriter, host, film and television actress. As of the quarantine, I became an entrepreneur and a baker. I am a writer and a retired dancer. So yes, I do many things, but it's what fuels me. I know. It's what drives me.
What's your measured height?
5'5".
26. When will you turn 27?
You can ask question.
November 17.
Adam, you can ask question.
Are you under contract with any management company? Because you are a singer, artist, whatever, as we said. So are you under contract with anyone?
I am under contract with PPL Entertainment. Yeah.
And how long is your contract for?
It's until 2022. But I have been released to join the competition, authorized rather.
The release is a temporary release, so it's just frozen and then you have to go back and finish your contract.
Well, I'm sure that can be discussed.
No, but we want to know what your status is really.
Oh, well, I think he's open to co-management, but if he needs to pause the contract, I'm sure that would be possible as well.
Okay.
You said,
We remember you submitted a form way back for the previous Miss Worlds, but we didn't see you appear in any of the auditions.
2019,
yeah. Why did you back out then?
A variety of different reasons, but like the core of it is that I really wasn't ready. Maybe physically I was ready, I was the fittest that I ever was, but internally I feel as if I wouldn't have been able to handle something like this. And I wasn't sure about my core identity. I was still getting to know myself at the moment.
So you are a singer. Can we hear a sample?
Absolutely. Some people want it all, and I don't want nothing at all. If it ain't you, baby, if I ain't got you, baby. Some people want dollar rings, some want everything means nothing if I ain't got you, yeah.
They wanted a sample of singing, or you're singing. I want a sample of your baking.
I mean, if you told me in advance, that would have been a
So
problem.
what do you bake?
Well, specifically cookies. I mean, I'm capable of baking a bunch of different things, but for the quarantine, I use cookies as a way to stay afloat when my industry shut down.
I have a question.
Yeah. Go.
Yeah, because you mentioned that you are doing a lot of things. You seem to be a very well accomplished woman at such a young age. Why still join a pageant like Miss World Philippines?
Well, the real question is why not? I feel as if pageantry is such a great venue for people to get to know you as an individual rather than you playing a role or interpreting a song or doing a dance. And it gives people the opportunity to see the things that you care about. Because most of my advocacy work has been done in the shadows, in the quiet. I don't broadcast it. But this time around, I feel like with a platform that the pageant organization has to offer, that it would give me a wider reach, not only to raise funds and awareness for my advocacies, but really to instill in people a care for their own communities.
What's your advocacy?
I have too many. But specifically for this competition, I chose to zero in on sexually abused children, particularly that of online sexually abused children, as over the quarantine, the count of OSEX victims have tripled. So it's something that really needs to be brought to light and done something about.
All right.
Where did you grow up?
I grew up in Manila po.
Okay, but do you have like a mix? Because your accent
Yes.
is also quite American.
My mom is American and my dad grew up in America,
Okay.
but he's Filipino.
Okay. And what's the most Filipino thing about you?
Ooh, I believe I'm Filipina through and through. It may not show, or it may not sound like it, but everything about me, I really don't have many Western qualities. I mean, the way I was raised, the way I nurture, how hospitable I am. These are things that you can only have if you are raised by Filipinas.
Were you always like that multitasking type of a person even growing up?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, I do have ADHD, which is why mental health is one of my other advocacies, right? It's something I fight through every day. But the upside, I guess, of ADHD is that I get to explore many different things, and I get fueled by constantly stimulating myself with things that make me progress as a person.
And why did you retire as a dancer?
I mean, there's a time and place for everything. I think I was just doing too many things at once, but I used to dance professionally on ASAP as a contemporary dancer with the ASAP Contemporary Dance Crew. Yeah.
You were a recording artist for MCA.
I was with Universal Records Philippines, and currently I'm working with Tarsier, which is under Star Records.
Any other questions? From our queen?
Let's hear something fun naman because it's also serious. What do you do? What did you do over the quarantine aside from baking?
Well, obviously eating my cookies as well. But over the quarantine, I got into sitcoms. Because I used to be the type of person that would never sit down and watch a television show, whether it's because of my attention deficit hyperactivity disorder or just because I enjoyed books more. And over the quarantine, I really got into sitcoms. So the comedy really would lighten my mood. It helped me get through, the days where I felt like I wouldn't get by over the quarantine. So that instilled in me some happiness and joy and hopefully a sense of humor.
What's your favorite book now that you mentioned you like to read?
Well, my favorite book currently is David and Goliath by Malcolm Gladwell. And it talks about how underdogs have the capacity to win and should never be underestimated.
I have a question. As a person experiencing ADHD, what do you think are the misconceptions?
Oh, you know what? The lack of education is what breeds all these misconceptions. People think that ADHD is just like, oh, we can't focus, But it's actually an executive function disorder. So basically, it makes it hard. Sometimes it makes it hard for you to get out of bed. It makes it hard for you to finish a task. You're always procrastinating. It gives you mood disabilities and disorders as well. Like it can lead to depression and anxiety, and all of these have been true in my life. I've always been the type of person that had so much potential but never really fully explored it or manifested it. So I do know that that's because my ADHD was untreated before, but now that I'm working with a great support system, I feel as if I'm ready to come into my own.
I have a question. I see that you're from Taguig City as well.
Yes.
I'm also from Taguig, so I just want to ask if you have done any community engagement in your city.
In my city, not yet. I have reached out, but due to the quarantine, actually I'm new to Taguig City. I've always lived in, I know, I love it. I've always lived in either Makati or San Juan, but I've yet to explore. I've reached out already. I've seen how I can help my community, so I will get back to it. Yeah.
Thank you very much,
Thank
aspirant
you.
number 69, Emmanuelle Vera.
Years old, and I am a singer, songwriter, host, actress, recording artist, writer, dancer, lahat na po. And hopefully soon to be queen.
What's your measured height? Sorry.
5'5" po.
May mga ganun.
I have a question.
Hi.
What made you decide to join pageantry?
Well, I explained a little bit about that yesterday, and for me, pageantry, it was never in my trajectory, honestly. When I was younger, I just wanted to sing, I wanted to be an entertainer, I wanted to be an actress, I wanted to dance. And then, as I got older, I feel as if parang all of this was out of selfish ambition and vain pursuits. And it kind of left me feeling very empty, And so I felt as if pageantry would be a perfect avenue to combine both my passions and my talents, my passion for my community and my talent. So it's a way that I can serve using the gifts that God gave me.
Okay, I have a question.
Absolutely.
What's one thing that you've never done before that you want to do in the future?
Okay, so one of the things that was on my bucket list as of late was pageantry. So this will be my first foray ever into pageantry. So that was definitely one of the things that I've never done. And that's about it. That's the last thing on my bucket list, and then
Have
I'm
you gone
good.
skydiving?
No, I haven't, but I feel as if I can live without the adrenaline rush.
You have a nickname?
Iman. Yes.
Ma'am, can I ask a question?
Sure.
You're a songwriter, right? Or a singer?
Both.
So if you were to name a song about your life, what would it be?
If I were to name a song about my life, I think it would be Halo by Beyonce. And the reason is that because I truly see the good in people. That's been a strength and a weakness of mine, is that when I look at people, I see the halo in them rather than the darkness. So Halo, definitely.
Can you sing a few lines?
Of this song? Okay. No, I'm just because everywhere I'm looking now, I'm surrounded by your embrace. Baby, I can feel your halo. You know you must saving grace. Everything I need and more, it's written all over your face. I can see your halo. Pray it won't fade away.
Thank you. Thank you.
guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Emmanuelle Vera, our aspirant number 6.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Dindi, 27, 5'9", from Orani, Bataan. Right now, I'm still part of Philippine Airlines up to this day and still surviving for almost 8 years. And I'm also privileged to be part of our country's presidential crew. So whenever our president will go on a trip via Philippine Airlines, I'm one of those lucky crew traveling to Russia, to Europe, and other Middle East countries. And last year, I'm so proud that I was able to conquer one of my greatest fear, and that is my fear of cats. And now I am a fur mom of 3 amazing cats, namely Canty, Torcello, and my favorite, Catriona. And early this year, I decided to be part of Philippine Air Force Reserve Command, and next week we'll be graduating. And I'm so excited to serve our country and to be an active reservist.
You measured height once, did you?
I'm actually 5'9", but when they measure it, it's 5'8" and a half.
What inch?
Gusto ko yung ano, no?
Sayang yung and a half.
So, you're turning 28
Turning
this...
28 next week on
March
May
30,
30.
diba?
May 30.
May 30, sorry. So you're aware na you're not eligible na for Miss World. So, which crown are you trying to...
Well, yes, I'm actually aiming for Miss World Philippines, but unfortunately, I'm overage. So I'm aiming for the second highest crown, and that is Miss Supranational Philippines, and actually any crown. I'm not choosy. I trust the organizations. I trust you guys, so you know what's best for me. But if you're really aiming for your first supranational crown under your organization,
Confidence, girl. Do you have any, previous modeling work or experience?
no, because after I graduated, I decided to work in Philippine Airlines
You went
straight
straight to
here.
Are you with any big camp aces?
Yeah.
Are you
Yes,
question.
I'm in Queen since 2016.
Tapos,
Adam.
any talent agency that you're also associated with, wala na. Just
But I'm
aces?
talented.
Kilala ko yung mga trainers nito.
Did you join other?
Yes,
Joined
I joined Binibining Filipinas 2016 and 2017.
Friends from our media, do you have any question?
Since you mentioned it already, what lessons have you learned from your previous pageant foray that you hope to apply in your stint here in Miss World Philippines?
Well, I joined a lot of pageants before, and I realized that everything starts with a good preparation. So if you prepare to plan, everything will
Go to places.
go to places, and there's no such thing as really strategy to win. Just enjoy the journey. Remember that every beauty pageant, yes, it's a competition, but also remember that it is also a celebration. So you have to enjoy the event, celebrate with all the girls, and also enjoy the journey. Don't focus too much to the competition and to be better than anyone else. Enjoy the journey, and empower all the girls around you.
What's your beauty with the purpose?
My beauty with the purpose is I'm helping munting tahanan ng Nazareth in Mabalacat, Pampanga. It's an orphanage for abandoned, surrendered, mentally challenged, and people with special needs. And I've been supporting this orphanage since 2014.
Supporting in what way?
Well,
What have you done with them?
I always visit them and give them food, money, and recently, because of the pandemic, we don't have enough money to give to the orphanage. So we decided to just visit them and to give food and anything that we can. Just to visit them and show them that we're here, we're always willing to support you guys, but it's just that we're not financially capable right now.
I have a question. You mentioned that you joined Beginning Fitness 2016-17. What made you come back into pageant?
Well, I'm joining with the pageants 2016-2017, and actually I don't want to join anymore. After 4 years, I decided that life is short not to chase your dream. So I'm here again, and this time I'm joining Miss World Philippines because I know that this is the right venue for me to share my journey, to share my story, and to inspire women, especially young girls, to never stop chasing their dream no matter how hard it is.
Yung ano kasi, di ba, you joined the Philippine Marines?
Yes,
Tracy. Bakit parang complete opposite ka talaga dito ng pangalan? Anong naging?
Well, I think it's not actually complete opposite. I just want to show that you have to know your value in society, not by gender, but by your capabilities. I think I'm strong, and I can do things like military trainings.
There's a question here.
Okay, consider that you're a pageant veteran. You joined Binibining Philippines 2016-17. What do you think the pageant has changed up to now this day?
Sorry?
What are the things that has changed for pageant industry up to this date now?
Before, they're actually looking for beautiful, talented. But now, every beauty pageant, they're looking for someone who's willing to devote their time, effort, and everything that they can do to the organization. And also, someone who's willing to be out there, personally helping people, not only do the talking, someone who's willing to go everywhere to serve and help people, especially those who really needs to be helped.
Thank you.
Looking for an ambassador.
Thank you, and that's me.
Okay.
Thank you, Lord.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Tracy Maureen Paris. I'm 28 years old. My measured height is 5'6", and I'm representing Cebu. So as most of you know, I'm not very new to the pageant world. This would be my third try in the national competition. And definitely I want to say that this time I am ready. I am ready to show the world and every one of you guys that I deserve to represent our country, and I will be there to bring pride to our country.
Congratulations on your outfit today. You look lovely, like from the last
I want to
time.
flex
then.
my outfit.
So, who are you wearing? Who's your designer?
This is Daniel Manila and Miss Farah.
Super pretty.
I remember you in black in the last audition. You were in black.
So now it's a little bit different.
Yes.
Pastel
Even
color.
your look, even your hair, which is lovely.
I usually don't wear high pony or bun, so might as well try a new look this time.
Yes.
It fits you.
It's so cute. Yes.
I want to flex it again.
Tracy, how confident you this time? How confident are you this time that you will win one of the titles?
100%. I won't be here if I'm not 100% confident, because if there's one thing I've learned from the past pageants that I've joined, it's that my biggest competition is myself, because I usually doubt myself along the process. I'm always up and down when it comes to competing. Sometimes I think that, oh, I can win, and sometimes I have off days. And usually I get overcome by those feelings, but it really matters the most. So this time, I'm just trying to enjoy the experience as much as I can. This is definitely my last time in the pageantry world. I am super excited of what's to come, but I don't want to close this chapter yet without closing it with a bang. And I can do it this time.
And I hope you follow your heart.
Yeah.
I will follow.
Others talk
Follow your own decision.
You entered the top 10 last time in Miss World. What do you think was your mistake?
Ay, gusto ko yan.
Diba? What do you think was your mistake? You know? But you were in the top 10, right?
But when I try to look back on the experience, it's definitely the level of maturity and the level of confidence that I have in myself. Going back, I really have that lack of confidence, that self-doubt that creeps into my mind every time I compete. Although I try to tell myself that I'm beautiful in my own way, that I can be a speaker, I'm a spokesperson, I'm beautiful, I'm smart. But sometimes you can't really help it. When you see other girls, when you see that, oh, there's a lot of competition out there, sometimes you try to think, oh, maybe this is not my time yet. So this time, again, I'm just trying to let it all go. I even changed all my wallpaper in my cell phone and in my laptop, saying I can and I will. And in my cell phone it says, let go and let God. I'm just willing to let it all go and just enjoy, because I know in myself that I've trained for this, that I've worked hard for this, and I will just have to let it all show.
Congratulations. I really like your new attitude now, full of confidence and cheerful. The first time you were very staid and serious. And honestly, during that top 10 on the competition, yes, you were nervous, and we could have seen the self-doubt in your face in the close-ups of the TV coverage.
Just maintain that aura.
But now, it's so different. You're full of energy, and keep it up, sana. Para
I will. I won't disappoint any of you.
What did you do, like, internally in order to get you to where you are at this moment?
I've done a lot of reading. I've downloaded all the apps that I could. I followed all the accounts that I could about positivity, about self-love, about encouragement, and it really helped me, because although I can already tell myself about the things that I should do, it also really matters a lot when you hear experiences from other people. I see the comments of the things that other people have gone through, especially nowadays. So it really helped me understand that, oh, I'm not alone in this, that I'm not alone feeling like this during this time. So yeah, looking back at all those experiences that they've shared, I've related to those, and I was able to tell myself that I can do it. Like, I should not limit myself. I'm the only one limiting myself. So if I let it all go, I'm very sure that I will achieve my dream.
Speaking of dream, apart from Miss World crown, what crown are you also eyeing for?
Aside from the Miss World crown, it would have to be the new crown, Miss Supranational, and of course, Miss Reina Hispano.
Noted.
How I wish I could be queen again, but I'm overaged.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Number 66,
Thank you so
Tracy Maureen Perez.
Is Tracy Maureen Perez. I'm an industrial engineer and I'm a Cebuana beauty queen and model. Half of my life I lived in Mindanao and half of it I have lived in Cebu. And now I'm very excited to see where this path will take me. I'm not very new to the pageant world. As some of you may know, this would be my third time. And I know that this time, this is my time. I am ready.
How old are you and what's your measured height, Tracy?
I just turned 28, although I don't look 28. And my measured height is 5'6".
What's inside your purse?
Yeah, you will give us money.
I don't need that money in here, it's in the back. It's just pasabog. I screamed just yesterday. I wore a blue outfit. Now it's my color, pink.
Who's your designer again?
But this time it's different. Yesterday I wore Daniel Manila, and today I wore Pablo Mendez.
Well, I have a question.
You're different now.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Even your hair is different today.
Question?
Happy birthday!
Thank you. No, you said that this is your third time to join pageants, and to be honest, yesterday you really look like Miss Colombia with your styling. So I've seen your growth in terms of styling. So I want to ask how important styling is on your candidacy right now in Miss World Philippines.
I think that styling is very important. Although a lot of people might say that it's how you carry your dress, it's not about the makeup, it's not about the hair. But let's face it, the truth is, it really adds up to your confidence if you know that you look beautiful, if you know that your team has given all the support and all the creative juices that they have so that you can look your best. So definitely I would say it's very important.
Mm-hmm. So would you have in store for us a lot of stylish outfits, a lot of pasabog outfits, assuming you become one of the official candidates?
You can expect that from me. I'm very much prepared this time, and I really, really want this, and I'll show you guys why I deserve to be here.
Also gotta bring the ace game.
What crown are you aiming for?
I'm very ambitious, so I'm aiming for the Miss World crown. Being ambitious is not a bad thing. So, yeah, Miss World crown. Or if not the Miss World crown, definitely our new crown, Miss Supranational or Reina Hispano. I think I'll fit in any of those three pageants. The Latino community will love me. I'm claiming it.
Tracy,
So have you tried?
you're not qualified for Miss World anymore.
We'll never know. We'll never know because
We can
since,
ask.
since the pandemic happened, a lot has changed.
I already asked Miss World for herself, and they adjusted the age limit from 25 years and 364 days to 26 and 364 days at the time of that.
But sometimes they change.
Maybe.
On the last minute.
We'll never really know. Again, everything has changed from the past years,
True.
and they might just
Every
give
year
me
they
a chance.
change the age limit.
Laban lang.
Laban lang. I will fight for what I want.
Still try about it.
I will never lie about anything. I'm honest.
Taking up from what Sir Arnold said, what's your take on ageism in beauty pageants? Do you think, do you think that there's pageants should supposed to put a limit to it, considering that we've seen pageants becoming so diverse, evolving, there's transgenders joining. So do you think it's about time that they should no longer put a cap on age?
Well, I don't want to be biased because I'm 28, but yeah, I would say it's not really about the age. They all say that it's just a number, and I think it's true. What really matters is your experience, your heart, your character, and how you really want to bring pride, not just to yourself, to your family, or to your friends, but also to the whole country, to the people who have never stopped believing in you. And that is the exact reason why I'm here, why I continue to fight despite my failures, my losses in the past. I use it not to be ashamed about it, but to use it as a fuel to be much more determined this time, to be much more prepared this time.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you very much. File number 16, Tracy Maureen Perez. Now let us welcome our...
Hi everybody, my name is Kathleen Payton. I'm 23 years old. I was born and raised in Boracay, Aklan, and when I was 9 years old, I flew to Australia with my family, and when I was 20, I moved back to the Philippines, and ever since then, I've stayed here. In 2018, I also went for Miss Manila 2018, and fortunately enough, I won. Thank you. What else? I like to sing, I like to cook, I enjoy drawing, and I'm an advocate of mental health awareness. I also enjoy inspiring other people on my Instagram to follow a path of having a greater perspective of mental health, of course, and of course to, open up yourself and to have more courage and strength to open up about mental health, and that's really what I am all about. I also have a foundation called the CNUG Foundation, and that's named after my grandparents' last name, CNUG. And that's about, my sister and I opened it for our community, La Serna, and unfortunately because of the pandemic, we weren't able to open a free library in my town. When I grew up there when I was 9, other people weren't fortunate enough to have books for free. Although we were, my sister and I, my siblings and I, unfortunately the other people weren't allowed to. So what we did was we asked people all over Australia to donate their books, and fortunately enough they did, and it's still there in my province, but of course I can't go there because my mom has an autoimmune disease. So I haven't seen her in a long time, so that's my next goal. Hopefully in the next 2 weeks or 3, when I stay home, I can open that up or provide those books to my local elementary school that I attended until I was 9. So that's what I'm all about.
Kathleen, do you have camp?
Pardon?
Do you have camp?
I am fortunately enough, I'm helped with very close people in my heart. I don't want to say camps because at the moment it's just a little...
support you.
No, I mean, both camps or whatever the camps are, that's
Okay.
now, I don't know how many there are now, but I'm quite friendly with everybody, so I don't want to say anything that can potentially offend people. So.
How old are you again?
I'm 23.
23.
Although my birthday is coming up, so.
Okay. And when is your birthday?
June 8th.
June 8th.
Yes, I'm a Gemini.
What's your measured height?
I'm 5'4.5".
Can you speak Tagalog?
Yes po. Konti naman. Kaya ko naman.
Titrain ka naman ni Bench. Charot.
You said you like to cook. What do you like to cook?
Well, I feel like I'm a very healthy person, so I really enjoy cooking with vegetables and protein, any sort of protein. So I try to practice that. Apart from being a mental health advocate, I also am quite a health enthusiast. So I like to work out and eat healthy. So I try to cook healthy food. But before, I used to want to be a chef, a baker, a patisserie chef. So I really enjoy baking.
Do you have any modeling, acting experience?
Yes, I am an actress, I guess. I was in Viva. I've done a few roles in movies, and I'm not sure about television, but I've done movies. And I really enjoy acting. I feel like I have a very expressive eyes, so I really enjoy
Are you
acting.
still signed up with Viva?
Yes, however, I've already spoken to them, and it's underway being released for this competition.
Is it released temporarily for the competition, or is it a total release? Because
That's-
what sort of contract do you have with them? Is it something in perpetuity, 10 years, 5 years?
It's 5 years exclusively, although I've already spoken to them, and being released permanently is something in the works.
It's a full release, meaning, or does it
Yes,
mean that you have to go
I've-
back to them after, let's say, doing the pageantry stuff?
Yes, that's already something I've spoken about to them. I've cleared it up, and it's on the way. Hopefully, I can sort that out in the next week or so.
Yeah, but what kind of release would you be getting?
I want
A
the
full release or
release.
a temporary reprieve
A
and
full
go back?
release.
Okay.
Yes.
What's on your Spotify playlist right
I would say it's a very mixed playlist. I have a bunch of playlists, but in my like section, there's really 80s, 60s, 50s, and current pop. I enjoy singing current pop, though.
What's like a fun trivia or fact about you that you think people would be surprised to know?
I don't know. I feel like I'm a very open person. Fun fact about me, I can roll my stomach. I can do that.
They can do it too.
Oh, well, I guess it's not
No, I'm just kidding.
so uncommon.
So you said you grew up in Aklan or is it Boracay?
I was born in Boracay. I grew up both Aklan, the mainland, Navas, and Boracay.
So let's say I was a tourist, how would you promote your Aklan or Boracay to me?
Okay. First of all, I would obviously tell them to visit Boracay. It's very pristine. It's incredible. I have been there so many times, and every single time I'm so amazed by it, especially after the cleanup. In Aklan naman, there's so many beautiful places. So it's so enriched with its culture, you know, the piña weaving there, the waterfalls. My family actually has like a spring resort there, so that's a nice area to visit too if you want to go to Aklan. But it's really beautiful, I think, and I couldn't recommend it to people to visit.
So your patterns or your father is Australian?
Yes.
What's your phobia?
It's funny because I lived in Boracay before, but I'm really afraid of the water. Like, if I can't touch the water underneath, I will start panicking. I'll be like, and try to go back to the shore.
Are you into any of the water sports, surfing?
I love surfing.
Canoeing?
Yes, even if I'm afraid of not touching the water, I love surfing. I tried it recently. Water sports, I was able to swim ever since I was like 6 months old, so I feel like I'm a very good swimmer. And I'm a person who really participates in any kind of sports. So even if I'm really bad, I like to participate.
Thank you, Kathleen.
Thank you so much. Hello, my name is Kathleen Payton. I'm 23 years old and I was born and raised in Boracay, Aklan. When I was 9 years old, I flew to Australia with my family, and when I was 20, I flew back here in the Philippines and started my career in pageantry and acting as well as singing from time to time. And at the moment, of course, I'm going for Miss World, and I'm very excited to be here today, and that's all.
Kathleen, do you have any existing contract with anyone?
Yes, I'm currently with Viva at the moment, and I've spoken to them, and a release is on the way.
Yeah.
Yesterday.
So, which title are you after in joining Miss World?
Of course, there's several amazing titles here in this pageantry. I'm eyeing on a title, of course. I would not like to say it because I believe it's a little unfair to the others, but I believe my performance when the day will come, all throughout the competition, of course, will should I say it?
You're associated with one model management. Have you done any work for them?
What model management? With Harley. Yes, Harley is an agency that I often get a commercial work with him.
Have you done any
Yes,
work
I
here
did.
now for commercials? Like which ones?
So my first ever commercial was a facial commercial with Celotech. I was very lucky to get that. And then I also did Nesty Iced Tea commercial, which was amazing. And I also did the Cloud9 commercial, and recently I did the Emperador commercial.
So how recent was Emperador?
Pardon?
This year? Was Emperador this year?
It was last year. It was for the Christmas edition, I think. Yes.
So that means that the contract is still ongoing.
Yes, it was exclusively for
What about
the
for Cloud9 and Nesty and Celotech? Are they expired?
I believe most of them are in a lockout for about 15 months.
Yes, so when did you start? Do you have can you just give us like
a rough? So
when it started. If you don't have it now, it's okay, but you can just submit it next time.
Yes.
Just tell us when it will expire, when it started, because it's usually 15 months, yes.
Yes, next time.
You grew up in Boracay and then you also lived in Australia. Now you're living in Manila.
Yes.
Would you say you're a beach girl or a city girl?
It's a bit, no, I don't know. I believe I'm quite a beach girl. It's my happy place. When I feel down, I feel like I need to go to the beach and find some clarity. If not, city life, I can always just think back to how grateful I am to be here. But city life and beach life has both of its pros and cons, I think. It's great. In pageantry, there's so many amazing things about pageantry that not many people think. Of course, actual performance itself is so much fun. I honestly enjoy it so much. When I did Miss Manila, I really enjoyed the whole process. Making friends, of course, and seeing other girls compete, all just as passionate as me. Compete for the same crown is incredible, but there's a reason why I joined Miss World Philippines, and it's really to voice out my thoughts and my passion towards what I believe in, and that is, mental health awareness, and my advocacy with my foundation with my sister, which is the CNAG Foundation, which is to provide free books for people and children in my community in Navas, Aklan. Yes.
It's known for a fact that we were disqualified in Century, right?
I was hoping this wouldn't come up.
Yeah. So how did it make you feel? Like, what was the learning from that?
The learning from that was not to go to the gym during a pandemic.
Why?
I got COVID. I was tested positive for COVID on the day of preliminaries, which was so unfortunate, but it's okay.
But you're here.
I'm here now.
A lot of you were disqualified, 2 boys and 2 girls.
Yes. No, just myself and 2 boys. Because the other 2 boys was in the same gym as me.
No, I know all of you were disqualified. Si Julian, tsaka si
When did you realize that you were beautiful?
Wow. I personally believe that beauty or thinking you're beautiful is subjective. When I was younger, I definitely didn't believe I was. Everybody has its own flaws. I definitely believed I did. I definitely still do that now. And in my opinion, I think I'm beautiful in how I am, in how I speak, in how I think. I try to treat people with kindness and really being more strategic with everything. Especially now that I'm on a national pageant that goes towards an international stage, it's a lot harder and it's a lot different than the previous ones I did. This one's more serious in my opinion. Yeah.
Well,
Maybe a lot of competition before. What do you think sets you apart from all the beautiful girls outside?
Yes, well, they're all quite beautiful in my opinion. They're all so great and they're all passionate like me. What sets me apart? Look, I actually don't know because I don't know these girls. They all have their own unique qualities, their characteristics that they might also have as like the same as me. So I think all throughout the competition I'll get to know them more, and that's when I'll figure it out. But for now, I think my personality is what sets me apart. I mean, they're all great, honestly.
Another question though. Because there were rumors that apparently you're rooting for a different pageant, but surprisingly, a lot of people were surprised to see you on social media yesterday. So why Miss World?
Yes. Yeah. Actually, when the photo was posted on ENP official, there was quite a lot of comments regarding that. Honestly, like I said earlier, there's a reason why I joined, and it's because of my passion for what I believe in. To be more specific, I do have some mental health issues that I have battled ever since I was 18. So when I was 18, I was diagnosed with severe depression and suicidal thoughts, and not too long, well, 2 to 3 years ago, I did try to commit suicide, and that was something I never wanted anybody to go through, and it's something, of course, I never want to go through ever again. I was given a second chance, and I want to be here today or in the future to voice out that you are not alone, to have strength, have hope and courage, that you can get through any of this, you know? I feel like I have a purpose and a job to educate people on that specific subject, especially for children. You know, I genuinely feel like I had it like way before I was 18, but I only had the courage to see a doctor to be diagnosed at 18 because that was the time.
Do you still go to your therapy or up to now?
I actually don't go through therapy, but everybody should go to therapy. It doesn't matter if you have a mental health issue or not. I mean, therapy is amazing. I just had one recently actually, and it was
I'm
quite
just
good.
curious. There's a lot of candidates who are undergo mental disorder.
Yes.
What do you think is the main cause? How come at the early age, 14, young or teenagers experience the mental disorder, especially depression and anxiety? What do you think is the main cause? Since you experience it?
Yes. Well, honestly speaking, I think there's no one main cause for mental health issues or like depression, anxiety, panic attacks. I recently listened to a podcast from Dr. Amen, and he described that with mental health issues, it can be just from by birth, hormonal, or just the chemicals in your brain that doesn't work, or it can be your trauma from your childhood, from your parents separating, or the fights that you go through, or problems at school, bullying. Anything really can set you to have some sort of mental health
Basically, it's
issues.
chemical imbalance. The bottom line is chemical imbalance. And how do you handle it?
For me, ever since I was diagnosed with it, you know, I was given antidepressants actually, and I never took them because I don't like swallowing pills. But nonetheless, I did do things such as work out. I did running almost twice a day sometimes because it was so much fun for me and it helped me get through my issues before.
So no more attacks.
I from time to time I get panic attacks, but that's only when I do like really struggle. But I believe I have very good ways of controlling these things. Yeah, because honestly speaking, if you have had depression or anxiety or panic attacks, the healing process isn't linear. There will always be times where it goes up and down, and that's okay, it's normal. And that's what I want to tell people. Because when you have, you know, if you're healing and you think you're going on a really good path, if you go down, there are times where you go, oh my god, oh my goodness, what did I do wrong, you know? But it's okay to feel that
Being
way.
on stage right now, it's a good time.
It is. I'm so glad to be here today. I'm really grateful.
Thank you very much, Kathleen Payton, our